This is Nic Harcourt from KCRW's Morning Becomes Eclectic, and you're watching Blender.com.
Morning Becomes Eclectic at KCRW. I got my start in radio in Woodstock, in New York, when I arrived in the States a long time ago, before I had a walking cane. And I knocked on the door of the local radio station, WDST, and I asked them if they'd be interested in a guy doing an Australian music show. They ended up hiring me because, you know, warm bodies in small market radio who'll work for $6 an hour, you know, wasn't that hard.
We're looking at the potential demise of online radio.
This is just the beginning, I think. You know, going after online radio is the beginning of the record labels trying to find another source of income, and they're doing it with satellite. They'll do it with terrestrial radio as well. I think that the bottom line, though, is that it's got a while to shake out before it does. And as of now, obviously, we've got some problems with the internet because we have a new law that goes into effect this weekend. But as far as KCRW is concerned, we're not going to cut back on what we do, and we'll continue to fight it. We'll continue to appeal against that.
I couldn't help but notice the tiger on your arm.
Well, I have a couple of tattoos. Can't show them all to you, but I have a couple here. There's one up here, which is for my kids. I have 2 kids. And then I put a CD out about, 13, 14 years ago when I lived in Woodstock, and it was called Alternative Woodstock, and it was actually a bunch of indie unsigned bands in Woodstock when I lived there. And a friend of mine designed the album cover, and I asked her to give me like a sort of barbed wire peace sign. And this is taken directly off the album cover. I had all this sort of peace stuff on my body, and I figured I needed something that reflected a little bit of rage as well. So I was thinking about putting an animal on my body, and somebody said, well, what's your favorite animal? And I've always wanted to go see tigers in the wild. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I mean, I like dolphins and whales as well, but the tiger just sort of reflects a part of, you know, it's the inner stuff, the inner rage that doesn't come out on the radio. Morning Becomes Eclectic, it's KCRW. That was a track from Mark Gardner, formerly of the band Ride, called Snow in Mexico.